Hi, my name is Aya. You're watching Aya Reads, and you're watching another one of my new releases vlogs. So usually I tend to have more than one book in these vlogs, but this time it's just gonna be The Striker. For multiple reasons. One, this book is pretty long, so I do think this is a book that can definitely stand on its own in a vlog and it still be a decent length. Second of all, I am just out of my reading slump, so my reading is not as fast as it has been before the reading slump. So since I want to put this up right around the time The Striker comes out, I decided to just stick with this book, which is fine because I'm sure any other book I put in this vlog would kind of pale in comparison to The Striker. I feel like in October there weren't a whole lot of big new releases. So yeah, definitely check out the rest of the video for my thoughts on The Striker. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Definitely let me know by leaving a like if you do. And while you're down there, leave me a football or soccer emoji and cue to the vlog. Okay, so I've had like one of the suckiest weeks of my life, but my week has just gotten better because it's October 12th and I just got this book in the mail 10 days before release date, and I am to say that this book is doing the heavy lifting for me to brighten up my week is an understatement. It's beautiful. Look at the end paper. So I am so excited. Like, I am so very excited. In fact, I'm gonna start reading this right the fuck now, and hopefully it will make me fucking happy. Okay. So this is Ana Huang's newest release. Obviously it's a football romance or soccer romance for the Americans watching, which for those of you who don't know, I don't watch sports except for football when the European Cup is on or when the World Cup is on. That is the only time I watch sports. Any other day, any other week, any other month, any other year, I'm not watching any sports. So as much as I love sports romances, I do have a soft spot in my heart for football romances. And this one takes place this one is a football romance in the Premier League, which back in the day, I used to watch more football when I was more of a fan of Cristiano Ronaldo, and especially when he played for Manchester United, I would watch every game of his. So I am just fucking happy. Like, I am just so happy. So hopefully this will be as good as I think it will be. And I didn't have any plans tonight, which is good because apparently I was making plans for this book. So I'm gonna spend the night with The Striker, with Asher Donovan, who obviously we've heard a lot of things about. And this is a ballerina and athlete. So, which for those of you who don't know, which actually it's also purple. Powerless by Elsie Silver is a romance between a hockey player and a ballerina, and that is one of my favorite books of all time. So I have high hopes for this one. So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna leave you right now and I'm gonna read as much as I can, and then I'll update you, I guess, when I'm at the 100 page mark. So hopefully I can read a good chunk of this weekend. Tomorrow I have to film, and then I have plans in the afternoon. And then I also have to edit the video I'm planning on filming tomorrow because it needs to be up tomorrow. So hopefully I can read a good chunk of this. But I'm so excited. So let me just stop yapping and start reading. So yes, look, the story takes place in London, so it uses the British term football instead of soccer. Everybody else in the world calls it football, like in their language, except for the Americans, which I'm not here to debate Americans about the term, but football is honestly the most logical term for it. But anyway, moving on. This is a happy video. So yeah, I'm very excited to read this. Yeah, I guess you'll see me either today or tomorrow with a update. Yay! Okay, I'm here to give you an update on The Striker. It is taking me a little bit to read this book. I don't know, I think it's like the remnants of my reading slump still. I'm on page 128, so chapter 50. I just finished chapter 14. And let me tell you what this is about. You follow Asher Donovan, who is the most famous football player in the world. He plays for the Premier League, but he recently transferred to his previous team's rivals. A player in his new team is basically his arch nemesis, Vincent. So they have been playing pretty poorly and they lost like a big game. So their coach forces them to go to train together during the summer at this ballet school because ballet or teaching or like learning ballet will help them in their game. And the teacher he immediately finds very attractive, and then he realizes that his new teacher, who he has a crush on, is his rival's slash new teammate's sister, Scarlett. And Scarlett used to be this prima ballerina, and then something happened to her where she can no longer be a ballet dancer, but she does teach ballet. And it's gonna be their romance. First of all, I'm really liking it. Ana Huang's writing style is so easy to read, and I already have some hints. So one of my favorite books by her is King of Wrath. And there are some scenes in here that remind me a little bit of King of Wrath. So already I love that. I do have to say, this book is very long. So 577 pages, and already I don't really know why. So that it feels a little bit daunting, although obviously any pages I can get from Ana Huang I will gobble up because she is one of my favorite authors. Although I do have to say, in the past, I have never given every single book by her 5 stars. So I've given her 5 stars, obviously, but also some 4 stars, some 3 stars, even a 2 star. So even though she is a favorite author, she's not a 5-star author across the board for me, so we'll see. Right now, I am really liking their dynamic. I am really liking Asher. He does seem a little bit shallow, but obviously there is some depth to him. I like how perceptive he is because she is struggling with chronic pain because of the thing that happened in her past that makes her unable to be a ballerina anymore. And he is very perceptive. So he researches what things can help her, but also he immediately recognizes when she's in pain, stuff like that, which I like those perceptive heroes so much. And Scarlett, so far, I don't have a strong opinion about Scarlett so far. I am interested in their dynamics because obviously she's the sister to his rival and they have some bad blood between them. So I am very interested to see. Obviously, I think that's going to be a big thing in their relationship. And also, yeah, I'm just interested in his reaction. I do think he definitely is going to get a book 2. But yeah, so far I'm really enjoying it. But it is, I am reading this slower than I thought I would, I guess, or wish I would. So hopefully my next update won't take as long. So hopefully today I can read a good chunk of this. And I actually have a couple days off and I don't really have a whole lot. Well, actually, this weekend I do have some plans, but I also have a commute. So I still have like almost 500 pages to read, but hopefully it won't take me that long. So I guess in the next update, maybe I'll update you once I'm halfway through to tell you what else I think about The Striker. I am really loving all the football. And I love the fact that it's set in the UK already, that it's set in London. I love that. So yeah, I guess I'll see you in my next update. So I'm on page 331 of The Striker, and I am really, really enjoying myself. I do have to say, a part of me still thinks this is going to be a little bit too long in the end, but I guess I'll just wait until I actually finish it to give you my thoughts on the length. Because right now I feel like the communication between them is very good. So hopefully the third act conflict will not be that long. Hopefully that will not be the reason why this is so long. So right now I just read a scene where her brother and Asher became reluctant allies for a charity game, and Scarlett's ex showed up at this charity game. So they become actual allies, not just reluctant allies against the ex. So I did enjoy seeing that. I do think Vincent, who's her brother, and Asher will be friends in the end. I think because she does mention a couple times that they do have a lot in common, and I tend to obviously agree with that. So I do think either in this book, at the end of this book, or in Vincent's book, because I do think his book will be next, we're gonna see actual friendship scenes between him and Asher, and I cannot wait. I love their moments together. So obviously Asher is very rich. I do like that in this book, she does seem to find a balance between actual extravagance, but also simple things. Like the scene I loved most was when they like the morning after they had sex in her apartment and him just cooking breakfast for her. Like that was so adorable. I liked them getting close, him sharing awful things from his past, and obviously her sharing awful things from her past. I continue to be impressed by the chronic pain representation. Obviously, I don't have chronic pain, but it is mentioned a lot. He does little things to make sure that she's comfortable, and even during intimate scenes, they have to stop and readjust for her chronic pain, which I think that it seems like that is a realistic way to approach it. But definitely let me know if you have chronic pain, if you think this is a good representation. I am slowly making my way through this. This does feel a little bit old school Ana Huang to me, not in the like dark like billionaire sense, but more in the like it is obviously long. Couple books in the Twisted series were also very long, so I feel like there's a lot of like quiet moments between them. And you guys know one of the things I really love in romances is when we get a big chunk of the couple actually being together, and that is the case in this book. Like right now we are where I'm at now, we are smack dab in them actually being a couple. And I love those quiet moments together and them getting to know each other. So I am enjoying it very much. So far, I would say it is good, but obviously I still need to read like 250 pages. So today I'm going to my brother's in Rotterdam. So we're gonna have a game night there that I'm very excited about. So I'm leaving in like 2.5 hours. So in that time, I still need to edit a video and I want to read a little bit of this. I'm going by train, so I do have a time to read on the train, but then my evening will be completely full and I will not have any time to read. But then tomorrow I'm coming back here. I don't have any plans. So once again on the train, and then tomorrow, hopefully I can finish it because my plan is actually to upload this tomorrow on Sunday. So I guess when you're watching this, you will know if I succeed. So yeah, I guess the next update will be my final update unless there is something I really need to react to. So see you then. Okay, so I finished The Striker and I really, really, really loved it. At the end of the day, it didn't really feel that long to me because I enjoyed every single second reading this book. I honestly thought Asher was perfect. He reminded me of Ryan Shea in a lot of ways. Obviously, Ryan Shea is, I don't know, okay, sorry, yes. Ryan Shea is the ultimate book boyfriend, what everybody aspires to be, or every man should aspire to be. But I felt like Asher came close because I felt like he was so, like I said previously, he was so perceptive. I don't know, this just felt like an easy relationship. Like once these two finally got together, yes, there was a third act conflict obviously, but aside from that, I felt like everything went smooth sailing because once he knew what he wanted, which was Scarlett, he did everything in his power to get her, which I appreciate that. So there was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like everything was on her terms because he was willing to give her anything that she wanted because he wanted to have everything with her. And I really liked seeing that. He definitely fell first, and like I said, I love that. But he also was a bit of a tortured hero, which you guys know that those are my favorite types of heroes. I loved all the dynamics in the team. I cannot wait for the second book, which is Vincent's book, and I cannot wait to read that book. Even though there were not a lot of sex scenes in here, the ones we got were scorching hot. And Ana Huang just has proven over and over and over again that she knows how to write smutty scenes because she does them so well. I like Scarlett's little friend group that she has, and I'm very excited to read all their stories too. And we got some cameos in here from characters from both her Kings of Sin series and her Twisted series, so that was amazing to see. Yeah, this is honestly, I do think this is gonna be one of my favorite books I read this year because I thoroughly enjoyed it. What else did I want to say? Oh yeah, and listen, after reading this book, all I want, like, is it too much to ask to find a guy who will just whisk me away to Japan? Like, just take me away, we can stay there for a couple days and just eat all the sushi. And then I don't even need you to take me on a helicopter ride. Like, is that really too much to ask? Like, that is all I want in life. Okay, find a guy who's hot, who will take me to Japan and just show me the world. I also really liked in this book that she balanced his wealth, but also the quieter moments here. And I did feel like she portrayed like the paparazzi and the fame very well. I do have to say, sometimes, because this is supposed to be set in the UK, obviously, and British terms, I honestly don't know how well she did with that. Any British viewer will have to let me know, because sometimes I felt like, wait, is this how the British say it, or is that how the Americans say it? She did say in the beginning that she was not going to use the term arse, but other than that, everything was supposed to be British. I really liked Vincent and Asher's dynamic in this book. Like, for every scene with them was great. I thought Vincent was a real scene stealer, and when all three of them were together, I very much preferred the dynamics of Asher and Vincent as opposed to Asher and Scarlett. As much as I obviously love their romance, I just really love, like, when two men who previously hated each other have to reluctantly get along because one of them is dating the other sister or whatever, like in this case, and then they become friends along the way. And I cannot wait to see more of that in the next book, because obviously, like I said, it's Vincent's book. Yeah, I also always feel like Anna does very well with relationship with parents, and Asher's relationship with his father was a very complicated one, but I thought it was very interesting, and I thought she handled it well. So overall, I really have no criticisms of this book. Like, the only criticism I thought I would have was that this was gonna be too long, and at the end of the day, it didn't feel like that to me, because I truly loved every single moment in this book and every scene, and I can definitely see myself rereading it and loving it all over again. The only sad thing is that I have to wait until next year to get a sequel, because Anna usually writes billionaire romances, which that is one of my least favorite tropes. The only reason I read them is because I love her so much. So this is perfect to me. Like, I love her writing style, and I really love sports romances. So I thought this was perfect for me as a reader. So I thought, let's do a tier ranking, because I read the entire Twisted series, the entire Kings of Sin series so far, obviously, the books that are out so far, plus The Striker. And I'm just gonna give you my tier ranking. Okay, so my least favorite book by Ana Huang is Twisted Lies, which is the fourth, can you even see that? Which is the fourth book in the, maybe if I do that. Okay, Twisted Lies, which is the fourth book in the Twisted series. I gave this book 2 stars, so sorry for the Twisted Lies girlies out there, but this is my least favorite. Then, these two could really be interchangeable, but then there is Twisted Love, which is the first book in the Twisted series. You can see that my 2 least favorite books are the billionaire romances. This one I gave 3 stars. I do have to say, with this one, maybe on reread I'll love it more, but for now it is in... How many books are here? In 8th place, right? Yeah, in 8th place. Then in 7th place is King of Pride by Ana Huang. This one I actually read for the Goodreads Choice Awards video I did last year, which I'll leave linked for you. This one I also gave 3 stars. I felt like this didn't have enough of another plot going on, except for it being a billionaire romance, so I didn't really like that much. So 3 stars. Still, I would recommend it, because I feel like with Ana Huang, I feel like a lot of people have different favorites. So if a book didn't work for me, it could very well work for you. So this is in 7th place. In 6th place is King of Sloth, which is the 4th book in her Kings of Sin series. This one I gave 4 stars, and I actually did a new releases vlog for this book earlier this year. So check that out if you want to. So that goes in 6th place. Whoa, 6th place, right? 9, 8, 7, 6. Okay, so these were all the books that I haven't given 5 stars. All the other ones I have given 5 stars. And so far, this is my tier ranking. Maybe on another day, I'll rank them differently. On 5th place is King of Greed by Ana Huang. This one, if you want to know more of my in-depth thoughts, I talked about it in a vlog where I finished a bunch of series. This one I really, really loved. I obviously gave it 5 stars. I just wish this was a little bit longer, because what I felt like was missing was the flashback chapters. I really wanted a little bit more of the flashback. So, but still 5 stars, and my 5th, and it's in 5th place. In 4th place is Twisted Hate, 5 stars. Josh and Jules are iconic. And maybe I need to reread this to really solidify my love for it, but I loved it when I read it, and I still love it, and I would highly recommend it. Then in 3rd place is King of Wrath. This is the first book in her Kings of Sin series, and this one I also read in that vlog of finishing a bunch of series where I also read King of Greed. This one I really, really loved. In fact, it might be one of my favorite books I read this year. But just comparing it to the other 2, it goes in 3rd place. And then for now, this is my 2nd favorite. That's how much I loved it. Maybe with a little bit of time, it might actually become my favorite. But The Striker is in second place. I would highly, highly recommend it. Definitely 5 stars, obviously. And then for now, my favorite ever is Twisted Games. I just love this princess bodyguard romance. It's amazing, and I just love it. So this is the tier ranking. Definitely let me know in the comments below what your tier ranking is for her books, because like I said, like some of my least favorite, for example, McKay from Oh Hey, It's McKay, I'm pretty sure my 2 least favorites are her favorite books. So definitely I would really love to know your tier ranking for all Ana Huang's books. And if you've read The Striker, I would really love to know your opinions. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.